So I was the first person to know that there was an adopter found for Mr. Worldwide, and before they had even met him, they knew that he was going home.
Pit bulls have that reputation where it's media-wide and, pit bulls are scary and destructive and not safe. But of the pit bulls that we've had in the shelter, I find them lovable, snuggly, big teddy bears just with block heads. And Mr. Worldwide, he was lovely. He had the best personality, but he was a lot of dog, very spunky, but like a strong and young dog,
which did play a part in some of the behaviors we saw in shelter, but you can't take shelter behavior and apply it to outside. It was a different dog. He was much more calm, though he still had his moments. He did learn how to open doors. So typically we have like the carabiner on there to prevent this from happening, but he got good at it. In his case, he was just like, my name's Mr. Worldwide and I need to adventure and I can't be contained. So he was like, goal in life is to learn to open doors so that I can take myself on adventures. The shelter was too much for him, so we had to get him into that foster placement.
It was very, I'll say, serendipitous the way that his foster parent came to us. His foster parent was actually interested in adopting, but they just weren't able to adopt at the time, but they really loved him. They just really wanted to help out with his journey.
We had our ups and downs, he obviously hadn't lived in a home before, but it wasn't anything too crazy. There was one day the front door blew open, and he is standing in the front door, debating if he's gonna leave the house or if he's gonna go back inside. And there was a lady that pulled up to the mailbox, and he runs up to her, and they're just kind of staring at each other for a couple of minutes, and then she gets out of the car, and she's like, oh, maybe I'll let this dog in the car. It's a lost dog or something. So she goes in and opens up the back door, and as she's opening the door, he jumps in the front seat. You can see him on the camera just like running around her car. It's just kind of a funny story.
I remember once get a text message from his foster parent, a little bit frantic, because he had jumped up on the counter and stolen like a family-sized lasagna off the counter, which foster parent was a little bit panicked. And Mr. Worldwide, if he's anything, he will seize an opportunity. So he downed a healthy portion of that lasagna. He was totally fine in the end, but I'm sure the foster parents went a little bit hungry that night. I did think to myself right away as well, like, we have to market this dog, this black coat pit bull, which I knew would be a challenge. The first kind of big media push that I did for Mr. Worldwide was actually a press release, and I held like a press conference. We just kept it focused on how the community could help, which was by adopting Mr. Worldwide.
If we can see them in their true self, like in a foster home or out for a walk or on a bus going to a store, that helps get every animal out of here. And we've had so many people comment about, I saw it on this, or I saw the social media post.
We started kind of just plastering him on our print, on our digital ads. We just included him on social media posts, but we just wanted to get his face out there so people would start recognizing this dog.
We actually had a volunteer see a post of him on social media, and she became a volunteer just so she could help him out better because she fell in love with him just from his smile.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Mr. Worldwide. And this is when he had been with us for over 365 days. So when we had this up at Comic Expo, it gained tons of attention and lots of people were asking about him and like inquiring about adopting him. And it was a really cool experience to see people really excited to see us showcasing him.
I think it really became like people knew this dog. They'd seen him on the news, they'd heard about him on the radio, they'd seen him on our socials. People would share these videos. I think it just started becoming that people were rooting for this dog. Dogs like Mr. Worldwide, I think, are actually so lucky. A lot of dogs in their life, they might just have one person who loves them. Maybe if they're lucky, they'll have an entire family that rallies behind them. Dogs that come to Calgary Humane Society, dogs like Mr. Worldwide, end up being loved by dozens of people, and in this case, an entire city. So it's pretty exceptional to see just how many people
really demonstrate compassion and care and want what's best for these animals, want what's best for him. And I think that in a lot of ways, Mr. Worldwide's very lucky that his family here at CHS love him, and well, we've got his back and we'll always be there for him.
How did you find out about Mr. Worldwide?
I heard about him on XL 103, the radio station. We had rescued another one. We had him for 1.5 years. And other than that, that's the only experience we had with him. But he was such a great dog. We're hooked on him now. There's nothing in him doesn't mean it's aggressive unless you make him that way. He'd been here long enough, so then we had to put our other one down 2 weeks prior to that, so it was time.
After more than a year of waiting at the Calgary Humane Society, Mr. Worldwide is going to a new home.
Calgary needs to know that Mr. Worldwide is getting adopted.
Mr. Worldwide's getting adopted.
Our favorite boy is going home. I'm so excited he's going home.
It was very special. The first night, as we went to bed, he was on the bed with us. There's nothing wrong with this dog. I mean, just super.
This story shows us that taking care of animals is not a solo mission. It takes a village, and you are a part of that village. It's incredibly moving to see an empowered community come together from all sides, to see you give not just financially, but of your time, of your effort, and of your deep belief in this mission. That is what saves lives every day. We see more and more animals, owners, and community members needing help. And because of you, we can offer that help. From the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the animals here at this shelter, thank you for continuing to support us.